Mike, do you have an Instagram?
Instagram. There is Instagram in the Cellar, and there is an Instagram for Rice Street Circus Studio.
Really? Okay. I was looking for that.
And I got to tell you, man, I don't understand Instagram.
Really?
I don't. Like, do you got to post a picture? Is that part of the deal?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
You gotta look good.
So, and how do you know who anybody is on Instagram? Like on Facebook, it's pretty easy because, hey, that guy's got that name, and I know that guy by that name. But when somebody's like, John's Brown Sky, it's like, okay, well, I don't have any idea what that means. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
they
basically,
don't take their own name.
Right. Well, yeah.
What's your name? What's your name on Instagram?
My ESC. Prime example. Mine is Centurion 88. So yeah.
Right. So now we're going to be Instagram friends, and when Centurion 88 comes up, I'm going to be like, man,
I know that dude.
I wish I knew who that was right now, because I'm not like out there friending up everybody.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, but even my own friends, I got 300 friends, which are 99% people I actually know.
Right. Yep.
But I don't. I can't keep track of 300 people's fake names.
Right.
See, I keep
track of their
mine
real
universal. Sean Smitty Drums.
Right.
Sean Smitty Drums.
I forget your name again.
So my name is Jimmy.
Jimmy.
And I have an Instagram. It's Jimmy Symphony. I wanted it to be Jimmy's Symphony, but that...
Was that taken?
Well, I don't know if you can do apostrophes in Instagram.
I don't think you can do
No, you can't.
So,
nope.
Yep.
They have rules and regulations.
So it's Jimmy Symphony.
Yeah.
That's
like
pretty
that.
solid.
That is.
Yeah, it's okay.
And it's got your name in it at least.
It does.
At least
it
it's
rhymes
something,
almost.
right?
See,
Right.
his technically does have his name in it.
Yeah.
Because his name is Turion.
Right.
But his nickname is TC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
So
Yeah.
when he does
The smooth.
Centurion.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow. That's going deep, though.
Exactly.
But anybody
Exactly.
who really knows you then gets
Right.
that.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
You want to stay right on that mic.
Oh, yes.
Or bring it to
Bring
you.
it-
Bring it to you.
come here.
Because,
be scared.
actually,
Get over here.
this is,
Don't be scared.
it's one of the things, this is one of our sponsors' things was these arms.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
They're actually a little pricey. You can buy super cheap ones, but the super cheap ones make a lot of noise when you move them.
Right.
And,
that
That
one
makes
was-
sense.
These are the nice ones. These are it's the Rode
Super quiet.
PSA.
So you didn't sit
1.
there with a whole bunch of WD-40. Just
I did not. No, I just actually, and they're one of our sponsors is Guitar Center.
Nice.
And so they
Shout
set
out
us
to
up
Guitar
with these,
Center.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And EV for these wonderful
Yes,
microphones,
EV,
dude.
definitely
Yes.
EV.
I don't know if it was rolling already, but we were just talking about how
We're
great
rolling.
these things
Nice.
sound.
Nice.
Mike, I'm wondering if you're saying Joe can't hear us, is that because we don't have 17 and 18 running as the stereo track?
No, it's because he doesn't have headphones on.
Well, there you go. All right.
Joe's busy.
Right. Joe is busy. He's over here being busy right now.
Is he rolling on the video? I
You
guess
could go
that's
grab
more
a set
my
of headphones
question.
so you could hear. I was just pointing out that
Yep.
Paul that you can't hear him because you don't have headphones.
Yep, because
But,
we're rolling on audio here. Everything looks pretty good on my end. So.
All right.
Cool.
Right.
Yep.
What is the
We got the
you said
luxury
Rice
this time.
Street Studios?
Last time we did this, we tried to do it live. We all went. Maybe if you could bring your boom down just a little bit. There we go. So I can look at.
I'm small.
Cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. There we
Or
go.
I just have really bad posture.
Or both.
Probably.
Or both.
Combination.
I'm kind of up there.
There we go. There we go.
The last time we did this, we tried to do it live, and it just got bungled because we hadn't. I tested it live, but we were trying to double. We just got cut off.
There we go.
We tested it, but then we were trying to double stream it. We were trying to stream it to a site that restreams it,
Okay.
so that we could put it to their Facebook site and put it to our YouTube page at the same time.
Got you.
And it got bungled. So this time, and it turned out that we were like, that's a good thing because then we got to do a little post-production on it and
okay.
make it just tie together a little better.
Right.
And honestly, we should have just planned on it in the first place. It's kind of where we were at. So this time, we're going to let it, we're going to do some post-production on it, whatever.
Nice.
That's good.
Got another filler that wants to sit in. This is great.
All right.
We picked him up on
There's a microphone right there. Who do we got
Hey,
here?
this is Ben Peterson.
I assume the cameras are rolling, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is who?
This is Ben Peterson, our saxophone player.
What's going
Hey,
on,
sax
sir?
man.
How's it going?
It's going great.
Why do I feel like you
put
didn't
those
have a
headphones
beard
on,
last time?
and then
saw you.
adjust that mic however you need to get it right in your
Hello.
face, because you need it
Yes.
kind of pretty much in your face.
All right, sounds good.
Yeah, it does sound good.
Man, it
Right.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, we were just raving about it actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
These microphones in particular.
Oh yes,
It's the EV-RE 320.
I think I've seen this one
Yeah,
before
write
on
that
on a
down.
saxophone. Actually,
Horns, dude. They
yeah.
shine on horns. Like, I work down at First Ave as well, so this is one of the microphones that gets requested by the horn players. They're like, hey,
Indeed.
man, if you've got any REs, you know. So, yeah, they are great on horns, and we're going to put one on your horn tonight.
Oh, fantastic.
Right. I knew the horn players. So you know Tom well then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Me and Tom have been working together for a couple years now.
Tom Krochak.
Indeed.
Yes. No, he's a good friend of mine, actually. I've known him for, I don't know, many years.
Nice.
Probably going on 15.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah,
Long
maybe.
time. Right. Yeah, probably most, these days, right?
You almost have me doubled.
Right.
Yeah.
No, he's a good guy, though. And you've been playing horns with him for a while.
Yeah, we've been working with not only the Smitty Pit, but we work in the Blue Water Kings quite a bit.
Blue Water Kings.
as well.
What kind of music's that?
That is kind of a pool of musicians that does corporate events and weddings, and we kind of get to. It's a great opportunity because we get to play with a lot of different players, and that's how I met Tom, was actually through Blue Water Kings, and we just kind of hit it off, and we've taken various other jobs and worked together, and then I was asked to be a part of Smitty Pit, and I'm like, well, who's in the horn section? Like, well, it's Tom. I'm like, okay,
All right.
I'm in.
Oh, so he was already part of it. He didn't drag you into it, or you drag him into it.
You know, I'm not really sure where.
Just another time that you guys met up.
Yeah, I'm not sure where in the
That's great.
in the genesis of the band I came in, or how far along. But I know that Smitty had been writing for quite a long time.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful thing about this music scene around the Twin Cities, man, is there's so much crossover, man. Everybody like knows everybody.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. No, that's a really cool groove. In fact, I had somebody in the studio just the other day, I forget who it was, said that they were working with you on something else. I forget what it was. It was
Oh,
yeah.
I'm always working with somebody
Are you? You really
doing
busy?
something.
With the drumming thing, with what part of it?
Well, I do production as well as like pre-production with
Audio
audio.
production? All right.
Yes, and so it could be with that. It could be with I drum for pretty much everybody,
Right.
and it was funny because when I think about like the first time I like met Ben or like we met, he wasn't even playing sax. He was actually playing bass.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
I suppose that's true.
Yeah. and so like it was brought to my remembrance because of Blue Water Kings that oh shoot, Ben plays sax too and plays both of them very well. So I was like,
Right.
yeah, I let Tom do it because like he was like, dude, I got your horns, and I was like, cool, but yeah, call Ben though.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
As long as we got
But he
Ben.
already knew Ben.
Yeah.
So right.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So what's the other horn? What do we got? We got a sax and we got a trumpet. I know Tom plays trumpet.
Yep. And then we have a bone.
All right.
Sten Johnson.
All right. So Paul, you can write those down on the tape down there. I didn't know what to put down for horns, and I didn't want to just put horn 1, horn 2, horn 3.
Right.
Right.
Oh, I guess I could have gone horn 1, horn 2, trumpet. Excuse me. So what do you guys got coming up? What's your skinny?
We've been working on an album for quite some time, getting it the way we want it.
Yeah.
We
discussed that a little bit off camera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a lot easier to get it recorded and even get it mixed the way someone else wants it or the way it's been done. But I've tried to, with this group, I have 4 singers, and so I want to explore all the genres that I love. So yeah, I have a little bit of blues in there, a little bit of R&B,
Yeah.
a little bit of pop, definitely some gospel.
I know. Everybody's asking me because you don't got much out there like for the public, right?
No.
This is going to be one of the first things going out there
Yes.
for Smitty Pit. So we're happy about that, actually. I came out and seen you guys live. That's where I got turned on to Smitty
Nice.
Pit.
Yeah.
So,
Where?
Where was it? It was
Lee's, right?
Lee's,
probably.
Yeah.
Lee's just before they closed.
Yeah.
Right? Because
Okay.
they're closed now. They say they're going to reopen.
That's
So let's
That's
hope
the
for
whole
that.
thing.
They do. Apparently, their parking lot got taken over
Yep,
for
yep.
construction purposes.
right.
But
Yep.
when the construction's done, they can have the parking lot back.
Right.
So
That'd be nice.
they're holding on to the property, and
Right.
maybe they worked out a deal with the city. I don't know. They often do
Okay.
stuff like that, you know.
That was a great show too. Before they closed,
Yeah, that
Man.
was it was fun.
that was a really
Yeah.
good show.
Yeah. No,
Had a
you
lot
guys
of
got a
fun.
huge sound, and so people are asking me because there's not a huge presence out there where they can listen to something or whatever. They're all like, "Well, what do they sound like?" And I'm like, "Man, that's a hard call," because honestly, you got a really poppy sound, but there's a huge soul feel to it.
Yeah.
You know, like. And you, the band is huge, so it's a very full sound, but
Right.
that doesn't really describe it, you know. So, what do you call
You even
yourselves?
call it a singing group, right?
A
More
what?
than anything, a singing group.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah,
I mean, for sure, it's huge, right? You got a huge vocal sound.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
I feel
almost
like
like the-
everything else is huge though around
it
it
is.
too.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like,
the whole
yeah.
horn section, and
Yeah, it's like,
and the
I feel like-
keys and everything's going. You know,
Even though we have 4 singers, like I feel small because this band
yeah?
is huge.
Oh, right.
Like the sound of the band
Right.
is ridiculous.
right.
So yeah.
What about your other singers? What do you?
Well,
I kind of thought it would all be the singers, but I didn't
Yeah,
know how this was all going to play
We got
out.
a good
so-
little mix of people though.
we
Yeah.
do. No, I'm not
Represent
I'm
horn
not- right. Representing the
horns,
horns.
keys, MD, and singer. Yeah, this is flawless actually.
Yeah.
But if I was to describe our sound, it would be the pop version of every genre. It's relatable music.
That's a good way to describe it.
It's relatable, but at the same time, in its own genre. Like there's certain songs where only gospel people will love,
Right.
versus there's a song in there, or I would like to say, only the ratchet people love.
Ratchet. What's a ratchet?
The ratchet, like the hey, oh, get it, twerk, 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 twerk.
Right.
Yeah. And then there's the songs where for the Minneapolis funk people.
Yeah,
where
right.
it's
that
just-
that was really evident.
Yeah.
You know, and that might have been the way I'd categorize you guys if somebody wanted to like make me put a label on it.
Right.
Right.
I tried and I kind of tried to do it where you couldn't put a label on it. So, so when someone is describing us, they tend to describe us based off of what they liked, because there's always something that someone grabs that someone else didn't grab.
That's a good point.
And so even in the band, I asked the guys, I was like, hey, why are you in the band? And the the answers were just as wide varied as
Yeah.
as the band
As
is.
the members are.
Yeah. I definitely didn't want it to be an all black band or all white band. Well, I can't have it be an all white band because I'm in it.
Right.
But I definitely wanted it to reflect the fact that my family is bigger than our appearance.
Right.
And yeah, right. Yeah, I get that.
Because Ben has kids, and I consider them my niece and nephew. Like that.
Right.
that- if he was up there like, yo, if he really did call me and was like, yo, bro, I need da 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 da. And it'd be the same thing for TC. If Jimmy came out,
TC's
the boxing was up there like, bro, I have a kid I didn't even know about. It'd be the same thing.
Let's hope not.
Jimmy's over there getting stepped on.
So let's hope not. Let's hope
I
not.
don't have.
No.
But I consider them my family to the point to where like we've all sacrificed for this project, sacrificed not just for the album but for the sound. And one thing I've been able to take pleasure in is like trying to get the best of each person. Like I've heard Ben play the sax, but there's a song called, and it's like half the band hasn't even heard it. It's called "Lay You Down," and I was like, "Hey Ben, just give me a sexy sax solo."
I still haven't heard it.
Man, when I tell you, like all the guys are in the room. Like after we were done recording it, it was like, whoa, okay, all right. It was a little sexier than I thought we were going to get today. All right.
Wipe my brow.
It's only Monday, you guys.
It was like, all right,
Right.
I'm gonna go home right now. Why am I texting my lady?
So you're the
don't worry.
leader of the band. You're the drummer.
Yes.
That's odd to begin with. You also compose most of it, right?
Yeah.
You compose all of it, or you compose most of it, or
I'd say
I mean,
about-
everybody obviously puts their flavor on
Right.
everything because that's the way these things work.
Right.
You're right, and I love their input. That's why they do what they do. That's why
Yep.
I don't tell them exactly what to do, but
How do you bring it to them? Like you bring them like some sort of little demo idea you put together, or
well, even with Jimmy has
and
been
you're not even singing it.
no. Some of it I
little
sing,
bit.
yeah, but I'm
Who's
not
writing the lyrics?
Oh, me,
That
You
guy.
are,
yes,
and you're writing out a melody line and the
Yeah.
whole 9 yards.
yeah.
That's
It kind of comes
that's
all
a
in
lot,
one time.
man.
Yeah.
It does, huh?
He sees the whole picture.
Right.
I try to be, but all these guys are pros at what they
Right.
do. So I'm just like I said when I told Ben, I was like, "Yo, bro, make it sexy." That was the direction I gave.
Right. In the key of
right,
right.
I don't even think I got that much.
right.
Figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. Got it.
And I want to say that was only 1 or 2 takes. It was just about hearing it and kind of capturing it in the moment and really feeling it and being steered in the right direction.
Where have you been tracking this stuff?
That one was tracked in Uptown.
Yeah.
At what? What studios?
That
I'm a studio guy, so
Yeah.
I always love knowing where
that was
people are doing
shocking
work.
audio.
Shock and Audio. I've heard of them before, but I don't
Yes.
know who's running that or any of that.
Well, I don't know who's running it anymore either.
Oh, really?
The guy,
We're no longer there.
yeah, the guy that was recording this is no longer there.
Oh, okay.
We
We don't need the scandal.
That was an off-camera conversation.
We don't need the scandal. So, how about the rest of you guys? You guys, what do you guys do? What's your side gigs? What do you got? Other
Jimmy?
bands?
What you got
It's
going
my
on,
side
Jimmy?
gig.
Yeah,
Jimmy,
what's your
you got
side
a
gig?
lot going
I
on.
know, right?
How about we introduce everybody formally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay, I will gladly do that. To my direct right, I guess you guys are direct left, Haley.
Who are you first?
Oh, I am Smitty I figured they knew me by
True,
the
true.
8 Smitties that I called. I am the drummer, writer, arranger, and I guess leader of
MD.
the
Yep.
Smitty Pit.
Right.
MD.
MD, yeah,
Awesome
music
name, by
director.
the way.
Right.
Thank you.
That's a cool name. Everybody goes, oh, wow, Smitty Pit. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
You know?
and every show that you come to, no matter where you thought you were, you've now entered the pit.
Ah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So it's not just the band members. Everybody's part of the pit.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
I like that.
If you like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
All
if
of
you've called me on the phone and say, "Hey, how's this pit going?" Yeah, you are part of the pit.
Right on.
Speaking of social media, hit the like button. Hit the like button.
Wow. This
Smitty-
guy.
Yes.
Hey.
This guy. And subscribe.
Yes.
Maybe we'll make it so there's a subscribe button up here.
Now to my direct right, your direct left. One of the lead singers and background singers, because you do at least 2 jobs on this gig.
Yeah. I'm probably a better background singer, I'd say.
No.
Yep.
He
I'm sorry.
kills.
What were the 2 jobs? What were they?
Lead and background.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
And then he actually helps load out drums.
Slash
Yeah.
roadie. Slash roadie.
That helps
I think
so
that
much.
goes along with everybody, doesn't
Right?
it? It doesn't.
No.
If it doesn't.
It's
No,
uncommon for
peop-
singers.
Yeah. Normally singers are ghost. And when I
Really?
mean ghost, yeah.
Casper.
And
Thank you. Good night. And they mean it.
yeah. If you get a good night,
Right.
you might just get a
Peace. We out.
yeah, my Cash App is. But his name is Torian. We call him CT. No,
Actually,
TC.
Turian.
TC.
Turian.
Do you ever
Did I
get?
say Centurion?
No, you said Turian. It's Turian.
Turian.
Yep, there
Do
you
you
go.
ever get
TC.
the TC from Magnum PI thing?
I get that. I get Twin Cities. I get Top Cat. I get all of it.
I immediately went with TC from Magnum
Magnum
PI.
PI,
Right, I'm
yeah.
dating myself a little bit.
Hey,
That was a
what it
good
is.
show, though.
Wasn't it? You ever watch Archer?
I watched a
little
couple.
I've seen a few episodes.
It's
of
pretty
Archer.
funny.
Every time I
Yeah.
try and watch Archer, my daughter's somewhere around, and I'm like,
right.
man, return.
Back, right. Back to
All
MTV.
right, carry on. Sorry, I didn't
Yep,
wanna-
yeah, I'm TC. I'm the, like you said, one of the lead singers, background vocalists. I help out where I can.
Yep,
Yep.
right on. Jimmy down there.
Yeah, my name is
Jimmy.
Jimmy Granger. I think Smitty gave me quite a few nicknames at this point.
But Danger's the
What's
one.
the sticker?
Jimmy Danger
Jimmy
Granger.
Danger
Danger.
Granger, yeah.
That's pretty
He's
solid.
a silent killer.
Yes.
So I'm a programmer, so you could probably say that's pretty nerdy. But music is always what I've
You know what?
spent like all
Music's
my time
pretty
doing.
nerdy too.
Right.
Like,
Facts.
it really is, man. Like people who are really into music.
If you could think
man,
of the
that's like-
nerdiest musician in a band,
yeah, that's you.
it might be the keyboardist, right? In any band, right? I would even go to say,
Oh,
You know what?
It's a very
When I-
complex instrument.
Yeah. You could say that. At the same time, not every keyboardist has another layer. Jimmy's an onion. And once you peel back like those first two layers,
Yeah.
like he'll start to let himself out a little bit.
And he'll make you cry in different ways.
Yeah. Yeah, because
waiting for that. I'm waiting
nine
for that.
times out of 10, it's laughter.
Right.
Like shed real tears.
right.
there's a lot of humor in music, you know. You
Yeah.
can be funny with the instruments that you
sure.
pick, especially the keyboard player, I think. You know, we
Oh,
have
these
so many
days.
sounds that we can
Right.
pick.
Right.
So
There's almost no sound you can't pick.
yeah, I mean
You can make a sound. You can just create your own sound. you
humor
know?
in music is one of my favorite things to like, you know, even talk about.
Yeah.
Where we're just, you know, if I think there was a song where I do the iPhone ringtone in
Yes.
the middle
I love
of
that. Love that.
what was the name of that
It's gonna
song?
be Vibrate.
Man,
It should be if it's
it
not.
should be.
It could be, yeah.
That's a good
That'd be
idea.
good.
What song was that in?
It was when we were playing at Lee's.
Call me on my cell phone.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rick-
Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling.
Yep.
We would do covers, and that was one of the covers.
Yeah.
But we
Do it your way.
We would go it so different because we
Yeah,
went
yeah.
from that to all of a sudden we're singing reggae.
Yeah, we jumped all over the place.
I love the arrangements of this band. You know, we
Yeah.
can take a cover song that we've maybe all done in working bands a number of times, and just like they're saying, by the time it's all said and done, and we've played all the verses and all the choruses and all the bridges, and all of a sudden we're doing it all again, but it's all completely different.
It swung even.
We're-
We're swing the
Yeah.
beat or different
We're
time signature. entirely.
reprising. We're going straight back into it, but this time it's there's a hot trombone solo. You know, Sten's
Right,
ripping
yeah.
over it.
Right.
That's one of the things that makes it so fun to play in this group. It's one of the things that keeps me coming back. That's for sure.
right. Right. It's a good thing.
Well, that and like I said, we're all family, so he has that obligation. I'm like, hey,
you know-
hey, bro, what you do?
Yeah.
But speaking of, last but definitely
Yes,
not
sir.
least,
Definitely least.
no. Ben Peterson on sax. But also tell him what else you do.
Well, I play
Yeah,
saxophone, but as Smitty mentioned earlier, I first met him when I was playing bass with a band called Shoeless Revolution, and we were brand new in town. In fact, I don't even think we had come to town yet. I think we were just playing. I think we still lived down in La Crosse, Wisconsin, which is where
All right.
me and my friends at the time were living. We had just gone to school there, and we were just trying to make the move back up to the Twin Cities. And I met Smitty through our bass player, actually, the bass player in Smitty Pit, Ryan Butler, who I had known from some other random things through a guy named Reede Grimm, actually, who was in Shoeless
I know
Revolution.
Reed. Yeah.
All right. So we all played together in high school in a crazy project called Awkward Silence, and it was awkward. It was pretty weird. I mean, have you ever heard any of that stuff, Smitty? It's
No, I haven't.
It's Ryan and,
that
and,
wasn't
and
your
Caleb.
audition tapes.
Oh
then.
wow!
From when they were in
I
high
heard
school.
about it. I heard because isn't Eric Ballard drumming on that?
No, that's Reed.
Oh,
That's Reed, and that's how I met all those guys. Well, except for Reed was I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
And anyways, fast forward, and you and Ryan were playing in Bluestone Moon at the time.
no, I was just sitting in with Bluestone.
You were
Moon.
sitting in with Bluestone
Yeah.
Moon, really?
Yeah.
All right, you learn something new every day. and I guess I got to know you through those times, and then years passed. I was playing with Shoeless on a regular basis, playing bass, and really not a whole lot of saxophone. And then we came back to the cities. That band kind of fizzled, and then I got a call from Ryan to do the Blue Water Kings thing, and all of a sudden, who's in the very first Blue Water Kings gig, which is kind of this wedding band that we're all, or that we're kind of loosely affiliated with, and it was Smitty and a handful of other people that I kind of knew. I'm like, oh well, these are all good people that we get to be with. So, and I think that was the point when you realized, like, wait a minute, you play saxophone too. Or had I played with a Bluestone Moon now and again? I think maybe I had jammed when you were sitting
like
there as well.
I'd seen you play sax, but it was just a thing that I put in the back of my mind because every time I ran into you after that, it was bass.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, I'm like, Ryan's on bass. So what's Ben doing? Oh, he's playing sax. All right.
So, and that was probably 2014 when we all kind of banded together in that way. But yeah, I don't really play a whole lot of bass in Shoeless Revolution anymore, but I have been playing with a group called Ian Alexi and the Deserters, now based out of Duluth. I do a bit with him. His brother is Teague Alexi, and they're in a group called the Hobo Nephews of Uncle Frank.
So do you live somewhere
I've heard of that.
north of the cities then? That you're going to Duluth to?
Oh no! I live on the east side of St. Paul. I drove 2.5 miles to get here. That's awesome.
Right. Yeah, here's to St. Paul. Like there's a lot of us from it, right?
And I'm a stay-at-home dad at the moment, and I play music at night and on the weekends, and
Nice.
basically living the dream. I mean, it's a low-income dream, but it is
Right.
It is the best kind of dream.
I hear
so.
you. Yeah. No, and I honestly I gave up a pretty good paying job to turn my life into doing this studio thing and doing the thing down at First Ave combined with this, and best choice I ever made.
Yeah.
Like I make a lot less money, but I make a lot more happy.
Yes.
And
I
That's
like
the
that.
goal.
the value of that is beyond any money. Like I feel like in fact I felt just the other day like I should like make a Facebook post or something telling people to just follow what you want to do, because if you
Right.
do it might. And what I had to do was what every working musician has to do, which is you start following it while you're working, man, and you keep that going, because that's the solid thing. You got to keep that going, especially you got a family, you know.
Yeah.
It wasn't until my son was over 18, pretty much on his own completely,
Right.
that I was able to say, you know what, now I can do this, you know, because I don't have the kind of obligations for that. But the whole time I was working towards this, you know, I was going, okay, I need a little more gear. Okay, I need a little more knowledge. Okay, I need to get in with the right people.
Yeah.
Okay, you know, and you work it along. That's how music is for everybody, man. Everybody
Right.
who's in the business.
I just love that quote that you said. I don't
What's
make
that?
a lot of money, but I make a lot of
You make a
happy.
lot
Oh,
of
right,
happy.
right. Yeah.
Don't put that on a shirt.
No, I got friends who, when the minute I quit that job to do this full time, were like, "Dude, there's a big difference in you. You know, like a good difference.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, not that I was a bad person before, but I was spending a lot less time happy.
Right.
You know?
Right.
And then
That's-
paying attention to not being happy
Yeah.
causes you to be not happy, and it's a
Right.
black hole.
Yeah, right down it. I agree. Yeah. So, and that's, I like hearing you guys talk about being family too, because that's a really important thing, you know, like people feeling connected. It's not only just important to you know, the community, everything. It's important to the music, you know. If you guys feel tight, you know, those are the bands that are really putting out something that has some meaning behind it. you know?
Right.
So, it's great to hear that.
Oh, I use my daughter as my radar. Like, is the
How's
song
that? How
good?
old is she?
She is now about to be 13.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I
how do you,
can't
how do,
wait,
how do
but
you
I
use her
can
as your
wait.
radar?
I'm sorry?
How do you use her as your radar?
Well, she's been around since I have officially been writing songs. And so whatever song that she sings after the fact, like well after the fact that like rehearsal's done or I'm done tracking, if she's still singing the song, then I have something. If
gotcha.
she doesn't,
If it catches,
if she doesn't, and like
it's the hook.
Yep.
yeah. But like one of her favorite songs is "Can't Breathe," one of the ones that TC does.
Yeah.
And her favorite part is actually the bridge. And so I was like, whoa. I'll see her mesmerizing sense. I'm like, dude, the bridge.
That's what's up,
Not,
right.
Everyone
Not
else
the
is like,
chorus, yeah.
Everyone else is can't breathe.
Right.
She's like, nope, I like that. She goes, Dad, wasn't even. And I was like,
No, she's
I was
smart
like,
though.
yeah,
The bridge needs to hook you.
Yeah.
The
Right,
bridge
true.
needs to do that.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so she's
Keyword the bridge.
yeah, bringing everyone together.
Right. Right.
But she's always been. She's actually the reason I'm still in Minnesota. Her mom decided not like I couldn't get full custody, which what mom would because my daughter's amazing.
Right.
So I wouldn't give up full custody if I had to either. And so I had opportunity to move to New York, and when I didn't take it, it was still one of the best. Like you said, it was still.
Was it a music opportunity?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Hard to
it-
turn that down. I mean,
It
Minneapolis
was-
and St. Paul is a great place for music. New York might be one of the few that tops it.
Yeah.
Right.
Nashville, if you're depending on your scene, but New
right.
York, Nashville, L.A., and
Probably
Seattle,
Atlanta and Seattle, yeah.
Atlanta, and the Twin Cities, and so that's got to be hard.
It was, but it wasn't. Like, just the tiny moments. Being a father, you guys can relate.
Right.
There's tiny musical moments in being a father. Well, you can relate too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's just like, okay, I would have missed that,
Right.
and yeah, she would have been amazingly straight, like financially. My daughter would have been really good financially. But those times that she would like lay on my chest as like a little
Right.
girl, and
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
we watched Beauty and the Beast, and she ruined that movie for me. Well, she ruined that movie for everyone I tell. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, I gotta
Ruin
say
it for me.
All right, let's ruin it for everyone.
Here we go.
And this is how I found out how intelligent she was, because she had to be 5 years old, and I'm talking about. Sorry about that. Thought I put that on. Oh, the other thing is not my
You
iPad.
got
is
different
not,
things ringing.
Yeah,
Android doesn't do
Everything's
that.
ringing.
yeah.
That's what happens when you link all your things together.
Yeah, yeah.
Worst time.
Android doesn't do that.
Imagine your
But we're not
computer
gonna talk
being on
about that.
stage. So my computer was on stage one day
Yeah, tell
you know,
them about
in
it.
front of a couple thousand people.
Yeah.
And
Oh, no.
yeah,
Oh.
And
can be
this
pretty
time
bad.
You mean you had to
couldn't play it
DI
off.
into the console? It was part of the
Well,
show.
Yep.
Yeah,
Running everything through the
right.
Mac. So
Right.
yeah, learn that the hard way.
We got some complications. You're going to have to tighten that down for him. There you
Okay.
go.
Well,
There you
while
go.
that's getting tightened
How's
down,
that?
Yeah, man.
I can tell them about Beauty and the Beast.
Let's go with the beauty. And the
So Jordan is 5 years old.
Got a good,
and
good shot of you.
As we're watching Beauty and the Beast, Jordan goes, "Huh." I'm like, "Huh?"
Right.
One, that's a little too old of a sound for a 5-year-old to be making.
Yeah.
And then she goes, "Daddy, huh?" And I'm like, "Okay, Jordan, what?"
Second time. Number 2.
And she goes, "This movie's wrong." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? The movie's wrong?" She goes, "So, Daddy, remember when the dad was running away from the wolves?" It's like, "Yeah." Didn't the horse run away home first? I was like, "Yeah." She said, "Are you sure?" I was like, and so of course we rewind it back, and she's right. She's like, "Yeah, the horse ran away home first. Then the father runs away to the castle." So when Belle says, "Take me to my father," to the horse, how does a horse know where to go to the castle?
Wow.
Walt Disney should have hired my daughter. Long story short, Walt Disney.
I need to go back and rewatch that now. Wow.
At 5.
I
And
have
I'm-
a terrible problem with doing that myself, but at 5, like,
I was,
Right.
I was literally watching a movie just the other night, and I couldn't help but be like,
This
but-
doesn't make sense.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
but,
exactly.
and I'm sitting there, I'm the adult, and I'm
Right.
like,
I didn't
even
put that
realize
together.
Well, by now she should be like a movie critic or something.
Yeah.
oh,
Right.
oh, she is.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
See-
That's crazy.
And she gets it from my mom, actually. I said if my mom didn't decide to be a mom and just move to Hollywood, her and Steven Spielberg would be like, she's Ava DuVernay before Ava DuVernay. Like, she sees things, and she actually, when I was talking about what I wanted to do as far as making the videos for the album, she's the person I talk to. A lot of people don't know that
Yeah.
I talk to my mom.
Sounds like you bounce it off your family a lot.
Oh yeah,
Right.
but definitely my mom, because she just, she would take little church plays and make them like productions, like so
Right. For the church.
Right.
for the
Yeah,
church,
right.
Easter Sunday was
Gotcha.
lit.
bruh.
Right.
Easter Sunday, just random. Oh, I have a play. Sister Cynthia, could you run it? Could you just show me what I should do? All right, so we're gonna have rain come from that way. Ma, if we inside a church, how's rain gonna happen? Well, the sink right out there. Okay,
Right.
we're gonna splash them so it looks like rain, and then we're gonna splash the umbrella, and then they do the umbrella. Boom, rain.
There
I was
you
like,
go.
so I'm gonna just shut up and let you do what you do, man. Because I'm gonna just count 1, 2, 3, 4 on the drums
Right.
and let you do what you do.
That's funny.
But
It's also clear now
yeah,
where it comes from.
oh, dude,
Right.
I gotta
Right.
give a lot of credit to both my parents because even in putting a band together, you want to get a like-minded people together, but you also want to get people who are like perfect for the job. And so it's funny because TC wasn't an original member, even though he was, because I pitched it to him first. He was playing around on the internet and singing, and I'm like, dude, you need to be in Smitty Pit. And he's like, I got to do this and this and this, but if you can come back in a year, I'd be glad to do it. I'm like, dude, you're fighting it, but I'll come back in a year. And I came back literally
All
like
right.
13 months,
Literally, yeah, a year
13 months
after.
later. And I was like, so remember when you said a year?
Right. It's about that time.
And
Call you out.
the same thing
No getting away
with
from
Jimmy. Like Jimmy was subbing, and like I normally don't do this. Normally I'm like, okay, I got to figure this dude out. Is he gonna work? During the middle of his subbing, I'm like, yo, so bro, you are the keyboardist for the Smitty Pit. I need you to know I'm not asking you.
Right.
I'm kind of
This is your
telling
I
So
you.
everybody-
remember that
now.
day.
So people get roped into Smitty Pit.
Yeah, they do. They do. It's almost
Like-
like,
like-
gang initiation without the violence.
I was thinking more
Without
like
being
cattle,
jumped in.
where they just lasso
That
you
too,
and
that
they
too.
tie you up,
Yep.
and there you go. You are part of the pit.
Right.
Yes, or just like any random person who doesn't see the pit right there, and I just push him in.
Right.
You just fall into it.
Too bad your family now.
Yes.
Hey, can I borrow $20?
Yeah.
This is probably a good
Sad
time.
too,
I got to
man.
bring
Your
up my
family now.
sponsors because my sponsors help us put this whole thing on.
Nice.
We've already mentioned EV, so
Yes,
hopefully
sir.
that all gets in, doesn't end up on the cutting room floor because these mics sound awesome.
They really
These are
do.
RE320s. And we'll be using these for the horns. We'll be using these for obviously right now.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have the EV ND series on all the drums tonight. So they're awesome mics.
I just
They-
want to walk around talking in these all day long.
I know, right?
no more.
Right? With the headphones on, just talking to yourself. We also had Mama's Pizza.
Yes.
Right? Oh, you guys all
Yes,
got a chunk
we
of it,
did.
right?
Delicious.
Did
Yeah.
you get some yet, Ben?
I have yet to do that,
Okay.
but I've had
Yeah.
Mamas before, and I'm looking forward
There
to
you
it.
go.
Yes.
Right. Anybody
Nice.
who's had Mama's before is looking
Pizza
forward
Luce,
to Mama's
who?
Pizza.
No.
Yeah,
No.
right.
The
you
East
know.
Side favorite.
Yeah,
Yes.
it is, and it's won
delicious.
awards, and there's a reason for it.
And I've been on the
Nice.
east side. Today was my first time with Mama's Pizza.
Really?
Now look in my
Tony,
face.
Tony, the
Look at my face because
the owner of Mama's Pizza, Tony, is he's just a all around great guy. He helps out the whole neighborhood.
Tony, I need you to know that I just pushed you in and now you're in the pit.
All right, Tony's in the pit. I'm sure
So,
Tony will be glad to hear he's in the pit. And then we have Reede Guitars. If you look behind you there, these are handmade custom
Wow.
guitars from Tim Reede. And
That's beautiful.
yeah, dude, that 5-string bass is just exquisite. It plays like your typical electric guitar. I mean, it is so great. And then there's also this guitar back here, which is another Reede handmade 6-string
That's beautiful.
semi-hollow
That is
body.
beautiful. I don't know
Aaron
how
Brand
to play, but I
Designs.
want to
Aaron
learn
Brand
now.
Designs is that art behind you guys' head right there, and then he has also. You saw the clown art in the
Yes.
studio area.
Yes.
That's him. All in the
Nice.
drum room. That's him. And not all of the art, but a good chunk of the art coming in, like that shred my bread.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
That's
I love
all
that.
him.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Wow.
And I
That
think
was real money. That's
Was it? Am I missing anybody? Guitar Center. I said
Guitar
them.
Center.
Yeah. Okay.
Dan
So-
Stadden. What up?
What was that?
That's my Guitar Center guy, Dan Stadden.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Which store?
Oakdale.
Oakdale.
Yes.
All right. Shout out to Oakdale Guitar Center.
Yes. He's the best guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Right on. He's just a sales rep on the floor, or is he
Oh
drum?
no. He runs the store.
Oh, he's manager.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Right
Yeah.
on. Right on.
But he started out as a drum guy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So you guys connected on that level.
Oh yes, instantly.
Nice.
I'd asked you about the DW hat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shout out to DW drums, Sabian cymbals, Vic
Those
Firth
guys help you
sticks.
out?
Yes.
Right on.
All of them help me
Vic
out.
Firth sticks?
Vic Firth sticks.
Right on. I've got Vic Firth phones in the drum room for you.
Yes.
So I don't know if do you use in-ears?
I do, but I'm. Oh wait! Oh my gosh! All clear in ears, but I'm not using my all clears today.
Okay, great. But we got one of your sponsors on that anyway.
Yes.
So
Yes.
right on. How about the rest of you guys? You guys got anybody to shout out to? Aside from
No.
family, I guess.
Right, yeah, just family.
Everybody.
Just
yeah.
family, yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Right. So how long you guys been playing out?
Smitty Pit has, in this form, been playing out actually fairly recently, just like the last 6 months. Now we've been in existence for about 2.5 years.
Right.
But it's been just forming, and now
Putting it all together.
We've come out of our cocoon,
Right.
And yes, we're ready to fly.
Well, I saw your show, and your show was solid. So
Thank you, sir.
And I know you guys are amped to do this because
Yes.
it's like
Man.
it's going to be a good time, man. I don't know where we at time wise. I don't even know.
It's 8:20.
What was that?
It's 8:20. We've been recording for 42 minutes.
Okay, so we got a
Nice.
little bit more
Cool.
time we could kill, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's kill some more time talking. What do you
Let's
guys got
go.
to talk about?
I wanted to piggyback off what you said about the music moments with the kids.
Yeah.
Because I have a almost 2-year-old daughter
Mm-hmm.
and 2 5-month, well, of course 2 because they're twins, 5-month-old twins at home. So I definitely have a lot to work for. But as far as the music moments go, like at first she was into Moana, and that like became my favorite movie next to The Lion King, of course. But now she's into The Lion King.
Uh-huh.
It's like when it's like she learns these songs just off the snap of
Yeah.
a finger, drop of a hat. She's like watched it 2 times and she knows all the songs.
Yes.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, I wouldn't give this up
Right.
for anything.
Yeah.
She has like just watching her sing those songs. It
Yeah.
almost makes me tear up when I see her. It's like, dude, like she is smart as all get out. It's ridiculous. But yeah,
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't trade those moments in
Right.
at all.
Kids
Yeah.
are wonderful, man. Like they're just some of the things that you get from them you could
Yeah.
never explain to anybody.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And
For sure.
as a dad, I just remember holding my daughter for the first time. Sorry, holding my daughter. I was wiping my mouth. I don't know why. And all the sweet, then / like protective things came in all at the same
Yeah.
time. I was like, "You are the most precious and beautiful thing ever," and I don't know why. I love you
Right.
to the capacity like you can't do anything to make me not love you.
Changed my idea of what love is.
Oh yeah.
Instantly.
Yes, it does.
Like,
Expands the definition.
It does.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
What
yeah, for
I
sure.
learned from that was real love is unkillable.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like even if I can't stand you, I still
They'll
love
love
you,
you,
man.
right.
And I love you, and that means I want the best for you.
Right,
And I want
right.
everything to work out for you, and I don't want to be a problem. And we got somebody showing up.
Hi guys.
Who we got here?
how's it going?
Hello.
Hi.
Who do we got here?
Lacey Dreams in the building.
Lacey. Come on in,
Lacey.
Lacey.
What up, Lacey?
Hi everybody.
What was that?
What's up?
Yeah, sure. Grab her a chair. There's
Grab
some
a
upstairs.
Cool, cool.
I don't. Probably. Somebody should grab her a set of headphones too.
Right.
Because
Say a few words, Lacey.
yeah,
Okay.
get on a microphone.
These microphones sound amazing.
Thank you.
Sit on down.
Right. Let's see how they sound on your pretty voice.
Testing 1, 2, 3 sounds
Oh,
beautiful.
whoa. There's Lacey.
Lacey's in the building.
All
Hi
right.
everybody.
You made it.
I made it.
Yeah, I know. We waited for a little while for
Oh,
you, but
appreciate
then,
you.
Yeah. We didn't wait for the pizza though.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
We didn't wait for the
I'll
food.
catch the next round.
like one pig waits for another. That's
Well,
how we waited for the
I know the
pizza.
way. I mean, I have brothers, so I get it. You know, if you're not first, you get nothing.
Lacey, you've missed a lot of the conversation,
Right.
but welcome.
Thank you.
This is the Rice Street Circus. I understand you live close by.
I do. I live just about 5 minutes away.
Right
East
on.
Siders.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. We've already had the shout out.
Second time.
Right, exactly. It's worth it. So are you familiar with Mama's Pizza?
I am.
Right. We had Mama's Pizza.
Delicioso.
There's still some up there, so when we're done here,
Why
you
is
can probably grab
everybody
a slice.
on? I
Why
did
are
not
you
know.
not?
Right.
But
Why
you know
are
what?
you not?
Why
on
did I
I'm
Mama's
not from
Pizza?
here,
But
so
you know what? To
I
be
didn't
honest
know.
with you, it's only literally been less than a year that I've actually had Mama's Pizza. Although I've
Really?
been and I went to school down the street from Mama's Pizza. Like my school would do
Arlington?
fundraisers. No, well, yeah, I did go to Arlington, but even further back than that, elementary, St. Bernard's. When
Yeah.
it was there, I went
Yeah.
there and we did a bunch of fundraisers, and they always went to Mama's Pizza. I never went, so I never had it until like a year ago.
Really?
But it was delicious, and I was like, oh my god, I've been missing out all this
You
time.
have.
Yeah,
Now you
sucks,
know.
but now I know. So
Now you
yeah,
know.
We
good
know what's
pizza.
going to be at rehearsal every
Yeah.
week.
right?
And you're one of the voices of the Smitty Pit.
I am one of the gals.
Yeah. So what's your story? Where do you fit into this whole scheme of things? We kind of went over how these guys met and who they are and what they do.
Told all our dirty
You
secrets.
told all,
Right.
All
you
of them.
exposed yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, really, only one told the nerdy secrets. Yes.
The rest of them weren't as honest.
We were just wholesome. We were wholesome.
Interesting.
You don't have to
We're
be
very
wholesome.
wholesome young men.
You don't
Very
have to be wholesome. We're not.
I mean, it's interesting that they use wholesome to describe
Yeah.
themselves.
Does it? Yeah. Not the
I
word
would
you would have chose.
probably use a different term, like eccentric, eclectic,
Okay.
unique,
Okay.
talented.
That's why you're a singer.
All right. I thought she was going
Good
to go
save.
somewhere else
Good
with
save.
that.
No.
Good time.
I
She
can,
wants to.
You know,
She
She
really
wants
does.
to.
She really does.
but I love you guys, so I'm not going to expose you too much. No, it's all in love. But no, I'm Lacey Dreams. I am maybe one of the newest vocalists to the group. So I come from a long background of singing solo work, singing in ensembles, teaching music, a really long history of singing. And so I came and saw the group. I really loved their vibe, what they had to offer. And I was like, how can I be a part of the Smitty Pit, you know? And
Yeah.
luckily enough, they were in need of a female vocalist. And so, bing, here I am.
Right.
And so, yeah, now I'm one of the ladies of the crew.
So there's 4 vocalists.
There is
And
Yeah.
what is it? Two
two guys and
two
two
women.
ladies.
Okay. Right. A great combination.
And so, of
are-
course, I'm the best one because I'm here.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well,
There's nobody here to say otherwise. I'm just saying.
wait, best vocalist, because if that's the case,
I'm talking
TC.
about girls.
Oh, female.
Not in general.
Only,
just girls.
only taking
She
jabs
wants
at
to.
those who aren't
She
here.
wants to.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
No, you know what? All the vocalists are extremely
They
talented.
are.
So
That's what I noticed.
I love singing with
And
this crew
it
because
seems like you guys are often backing each other up anyway. So
Yeah.
whoever's
Yeah.
not in the
Yeah.
spotlight is still doing a lot.
Oh, for
you know?
sure,
yeah.
absolutely,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely a team effort at all times.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with dance moves, singerography,
Well,
you know,
you
all
weren't
that
here
good
for the
stuff.
touching moment when
Oh,
Smitty was
boy.
telling us how you guys are all family.
Oh,
He really
aw.
was, right?
We are.
So, yeah.
You guys
then-
can't see the little color purple.
Oh,
You and me us never part. Okay, yeah, but yeah, we love each other.
also, I say I just push you in the pit, and that's
Yeah.
how you become.
She
part.
got the 300
Right.
kick. This is Smitty Pit.
Yeah, and yeah, I did get the push in the pull in the pit.
Whoa.
All right.
Hey,
There
it
goes
was
the
a-
wholesome.
right.
There
It was
goes the
a,
wholesome.
it was
more
a it was a
wholesome.
play on words, but you know,
Yeah.
but I love this bunch of guys. I really do. They're like my brothers,
Yeah.
my extension of brothers. So no, I love it.
It shows in the music.
I
It
think
does.
so. Yeah.
Like you guys all just get together and make it happen. It's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So you've just a couple months you've been with him.
I would say a little bit over half a year now.
Yeah.
Well, that's long enough
coming
that
up-
you're,
yeah,
you're in your groove.
I'm a veteran
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. You might
No more
be,
newbie.
you might be, yeah, right. You might be fairly new with that. Yeah.
Yeah, fairly new with
you got your groove.
in the nature of how the group's been around for a little while, but yeah,
It's funny. I've actually been Lacey's MD.
Yeah, we've worked
MD?
together on
Yeah.
What does that
Music
mean?
musical
Oh, I
director
gotcha.
for shows. Smitty and I have worked together on several shows in the past. Just as
So that's how you found everybody. It was you just kind of like we were talking about this network of people.
Yeah,
and,
I
and
tend
you
to-
just start running into people,
Yeah.
and you go, you know what? I need somebody who does that.
and that's the beauty of the music scene is that you get to know so many people when you do
We were
so
talking
many
about that.
different
Yep.
projects,
Yeah.
and
Exactly. You know, my phone. What I do is I put in everybody's name, and then I do what they do. Like it'll be like Joe Smith guitar.
Yeah.
And so that when I need a guitar
Oh,
player,
absolutely. Me too.
I just go. I type in guitar.
Yes, exactly.
And I got
You
all
have
this
this extensive list of talent. Exactly.
right.
Me
right.
too.
Yeah. So it's interesting. We were just talking about that, about the Twin Cities music scene in particular. One of the most vibrant. Like there's few cities that compete.
Oh yeah,
for
definitely.
the pool
The wealth
of talented.
of talent. Yeah, for sure.
I've been just blessed. I mean, I've been working with the best of the best all along, and it's just it's incredible. Like it is really incredible how many people in this city, in this Twin Cities area, are putting out solid stuff, or even they're just the guy you need.
Right,
like,
absolutely.
Oh, I need a Hammond B3 player with a Leslie, and it's
Right.
like, oh, I can find one.
Yeah,
Right,
absolutely.
because-
You're absolutely right about it.
yeah. So that's great for musicians. There's pros and cons to living in a big city, but definitely one of the pros is being with the pros, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
I feel like every big city turns into a small city after a while. Like after you've been there for so long, everything is a small circle.
Biggest city I've ever lived in, right here,
Yeah.
St. Paul,
Right.
Minneapolis, St. Paul. Yeah, I grew up way up north and outside of town.
In the rural area.
Right? Exactly. The city was like, what we called the 20,000 people in the next location. It's like okay, because our township is maybe 4,000 people or something. So like to us going to the
That's
city
so
was going to
cute.
Duluth, and coming down to the Twin Cities was going to the big cities. Right?
That's cute.
So it was.
Wait, did you say coming down to Duluth?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
geez.
north of
So
Duluth.
you're north.
Look, he is way,
I
way,
was
way, way,
65
way
miles north of Duluth.
Wow.
Oh wow,
Oh man.
Yeah.
It was cold up there.
Oh.
It was cold up there.
Yeah, the flashback. Oh my
The
God.
township that I
cold in
lived
the
in up
city.
there was called Embarrass. And yes, Embarrass, as in embarrass.
That-
It's often
think
the
I've heard
coldest
of that
spot
city.
in the country. You have, because it's called the icebox of the nation.
Really?
My
And it is
goodness.
often the coldest spot
Wow.
in the country. Yeah,
Yikes.
it's brutal.
Well,
So
then you can
moving down
survive
here was
anywhere.
tropical.
There you go. You moved down south. You moved down south. Look at that.
I haven't gone back either. No, I love it up there, but but this is where music happens, and music is my life. And we were talking about that, chasing our dreams, like how my advice to everybody is find something you really love and get into that, because that way you're not wasting your time no matter what you're doing. So that's why I'm down here. Is the music scene. It was like. It drew me down here for sure. Back when I was in high school, there was a whole pre-grunge thing going on around the Twin Cities with Soul Asylum and Husker Du and the Replacements, and I was just, I got to get down there and be part of that thing.
Nice.
So,
That's awesome.
yeah. So that's one of the huge benefits of this area for sure. And that everybody can find everybody, like as we were talking about.
Well, yeah, and I mean it's almost like the weather and whatever it is with the geography around the city affects how us musicians plan our year.
Oh,
Right? Because we'll network in the summer or spring or whatever,
Yeah.
and then own our craft, so we're actually worth what
Yeah.
we say we are.
Right.
We take the colder months to do that.
That's
so.
interesting.
Sure.
I've always noticed the
science
difference.
behind it.
Very
right.
true.
There is a science behind it. I've
Yeah.
always noticed the difference when I also had a construction company for many years, and people you would get. It seems like the more south you go, the more lazy people kind of get, and I think it makes sense.
They have to work
right.
less.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hard.
Exactly. Like you don't need to pay a heat bill. So, I don't need to make, I don't know, there's a whole, like, a different mindset. And it goes to the extreme all the way to the equator.
Yeah.
And I've been at the equator, and, like, that's island time. Like, somebody says, I'll soon come. And 45 minutes later, you're like, I don't know what soon means to you, but I'm an American. And then,
The soon means today.
Right. Like today soon or next week soon.
Right.
I'm
Later
convinced.
this
And
month.
there's plus and minus to it all, right? You know what I mean? Because
Exactly.
there's certainly a beauty to that too, to that whole southern casualness, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Because there's a comfort to that.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas it doesn't get as much done. So,
Right.
Yeah.
but I've never looked at it like the way you're talking about, where like that actually gives you a break from this other aspect, and the seasons make you go into different phases of how you feel, and that's pretty obvious at the end of any winter in Minnesota.
Man.
Right? We can all agree.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know what else we got. What do you got? Shows coming up?
We have one July 13th at Muse Event Center. We're just doing a quick showcase.
Where's that?
Minneapolis, off of, I want to say 1st and 2nd, but
Right downtown.
right downtown.
Okay.
So if you're familiar with Aria, it's literally,
I am. Yep.
it's a block away.
All right.
And so
Muse Event Center, 107 3rd Avenue North, Minneapolis, Minnesota,
third,
55401.
first and
The
third.
professional-
You're a better voice than Siri over there.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
I am for hire.
It's the microphones. It's the microphones.
No shade.
Thank you, Evie.
You're welcome.
Well, they're getting their money's worth out of this show, that's for sure.
But if I could say anything, I'm just excited to see.
You can't say anything.
He's excited.
Yes, just right there. I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens with this group, because every time we get together, magic happens.
Yeah.
And I've been in other groups where they've been on the road to success, and it's always been one dumb thing or the other.
Hangs them up.
And it hangs them up.
Yeah.
And I think the reason that everyone is in this group is partially because, one, we're a little fed up with that happening with
Right.
our particular groups. TC and I were actually in a choir together. I still play drums, but we were in the same choir, and the choir was projecting, going, and then the leadership wanted to derail.
Yeah.
Lacey and I were bamboozled
Oh, my
out
goodness.
of the world.
You guys,
Out of
you
the
wouldn't
world.
believe us if we told you. To be honest, it was terrible. But the good thing is we met through that, and so
Right.
had we
But
never
God.
right had we never met through that terrible situation, we
Right.
never would be able to appreciate this situation.
Right.
So yeah. So
And then with Ben, just like even and playing Blue Water Kings is great. Like, it's fun because it's with our friends, but you don't get to play your music. So to be able to play my music
Right.
and have that same experience, and it was just
Right.
like, okay,
Warm fuzzies.
warm fuzzies
and if
all
I
around.
could piggyback on that, just to like just me being a part of other groups too, and that same freedom, you know what I mean? Like having that stifling from playing with other groups and singing with other groups. You're on somebody else's program, and like he said with Smitty Pit, it's like we all get some type of opportunity to express our individual creativity and have that freedom as a group, because it's us. This is our thing, like we're doing it together. And so it's like, even though, this is Smitty's child,
It
and
might
his
be something that's a
creation,
little bit unique by the fact that you're a
Right.
drummer. Because you really got to
right.
be able to let go of a lot of things,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right.
Because
Yeah, that's true.
like if you're arranging all the parts and you're playing, and you're playing one of the major melodic instruments,
Right.
like it's really hard to get away from however it is you're playing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whereas when it's in your head and you're describing it to people, that gives them an opportunity to put their own piece in
Right.
it
Yeah,
without
yeah,
you
yeah.
even demonstrating.
Right.
You know? Yeah, I get that.
And that's the beauty of this group. I don't have to do a lot of explaining for them to catch it.
They just catch it. Yeah.
And sometimes, like, I remember TC talking about Can't Breathe. And TC got an excellent model from another guy I play for, Chris Lawrence. Chris did the demo for us because he's just my friend, and that's what he does.
Right.
He's still part of the pit, but
Shout out to Chris Lawrence.
Shout out to Chris
Hey.
Lawrence, all the way in New York.
Extended membership.
Yes.
Right?
And TC was pretty much doing it like you would learn a choir song. Like,
Copied and pasted.
boom. Yeah. I'm gonna do this. And I was like, TC, I was kind
Still
of like
trying to learn
Kanye.
my creativity.
I was kind of like Kanye. I was like, don't do that. Do you sing the song like you want to sing the song?
Right.
And then he was like, but are you? I said, sing the song like you want to sing the song. And literally no more rehearsals, no anything. We had a show at Lee's.
Yep.
The next week. TC comes in and these guys will make me do it at one point. They'll go so far in their craft and what they do with the song. I'll literally stand up and be like, I'll stop playing. I'll be like, y'all better go. Like, because.
No, my favorite is the squeal when he gets excited.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that.
You probably can't do it unless
Yeah.
you're really excited.
Yeah. If you hear a woo, now that's one of two things. One, if it's in the height of the song, and I'm not doing if I'm doing this, that means hey, pay attention because we're going from this place.
Right.
But if it's just like in the middle of a bar,
Right.
and you think
Then
you did
somebody
something
nailed
cool,
Right.
and whoa. Yeah. Then yeah. And it's funny because there's actually a recording where at the end of the song I was like, we just murdered that song. Somebody call the coroner because that song
Done.
got done in.
Legit though, I remember the first time we rehearsed "Vibrate" over in St. Paul at whatchamacallit, where we just were at, where we did that where the showcase was.
Profile.
Yeah, Profile Center. We were doing practicing "Vibrate" there, and like I said, with me, I'm so copy and paste, just singing it how it was written. And then when he was like, "You can do whatever you want to do," basically, and like when I heard that, it was just like the freedom of me stretching my voice. I just went there, and it was just like this group, like this is basically why I'm here. Like this is my freedom to sing how I want, to stretch my voice. Like, 'cause I practice stuff that I shouldn't be singing in keys that a male shouldn't be singing in. But yeah, I definitely pushed myself to get there.
Right on.
Yeah,
I think we're going to hear some of it.
Oh yeah.
a little bit.
A little bit. Just a touch. Do you guys got a set list? Winging it?
I was winging it, but
Might
I
put one
can
together?
definitely give you a set list.
No. I'm just asking if you have a set list. If you know what songs you're going.
Oh, we know what songs we're going
We
to do.
know what songs we're
But
doing.
yeah,
All right. Like you guys are that tight. You guys all know the songs. Like you already know what.
Lacey
you
doesn't
just
know
call
the
it out
song.
as you go along.
oh yeah, I will definitely be calling them out. Just because, what you'll be hearing today is "Can't Breathe," "Vibrate," something like "I Can Be Me." Oh, we're doing 7.
Great.
See, our fearless leader.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me. Tag me in, and just like heaven.
Just like heaven.
Yeah, I literally had to go.
Had to go there.
What's not known to a lot of people is I've already written and started to arrange my whole second album. Well, the group's second album.
Does the group not know that?
No, we know that.
They
know about it.
They know about.
Have we heard the song?
we haven't
No.
heard anything.
No.
though.
Kendrick got to hear one.
Wait a minute.
Kendrick got to hear one
Oh,
song.
little jealousy.
Kendrick is the oldest singer in this group as a
Okay.
member / singer.
Okay.
Plus, he's
Okay.
he's my double god brother.
Excuse
My
me.
Right,
parents,
exactly.
my parents are
That's what
his
I'm
godparents, and his parents are my
Go ahead
godparents.
and make the explanation.
Yeah. Lacey wasn't even in the group when
played you.
he
I
got
have
to hear it.
one question.
I have one answer.
Oh boy.
Is Kendrick here?
Oh,
Wait, I wouldn't know because I've been checking my phone.
He said he's
he
in
might
the
be in the
building.
next room.
He
He's
might
in
be.
the building.
He's in the building.
Kendrick, make your presence
Might-
known.
Wait, wait.
child.
Keep your
No,
mouth-
just playing.
Kendrick got about 150 pounds on you. Don't do it.
It's all love with Kendrick, and he knows.
Yeah.
The shade was for
Now
you,
it's
not
all
Ken.
The
I'm
bear
just
hug,
saying.
that bear hug is for real.
I love Ken. Ken, I love you.
But what I'm excited about is with having 4 singers is we have 4 different artists. So before we even get to the second album, even though you're going to be hearing the first album, but when we get to the second album, you would have heard Lacey's album out, TC's album out, and Kendrick's. I think he's just going to do an EP.
Special.
Yeah, he's just,
Always, right? Look, decorated again.
Kendrick just be doing the one-hitter quitters.
I know Kendrick's-
Decorated again.
I haven't met Kendrick yet, so
Right.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
Now-
everything's cool.
Yeah, no, Kendrick is a one-hitter quitter. So, like, you'll hear it in something like where it's just like,
Boom.
that song hits you and you're like, oh, one-hitter quitter.
I get it. I get
where
it.
where Lacey and TC, they kind of like shadow box you. They're going to take you all 10 rounds.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then right when you think that you got them, they're going to knock you out.
If he dies,
Swoon you.
if he dies, he dies.
Swoon you, then knock you.
Yeah.
If he dies, he died. Oh, here comes Kendrick.
Oh,
It's going to get
hi,
ugly.
Kendrick always with the fresh line.
Jimmy's
Here,
about to
we
go
can
play the
switch.
accordion again.
Yes.
Oh, no. Jimmy's already. Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Oh, man.
What up, bro?
You
While
bet.
he's sitting down, I'm going to introduce him. One of the strongest vocalists.
Thanks.
My god brother, Double.
You can unwrap that headphone from around that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, take them off and unwrap them there.
Bit tight.
There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Kendrick Frazier,
There you
grandson of the late Stanley Neal Frazier,
Oh.
son of Pastor Mark Frazier,
Oh no.
godson of Kenneth Albert Smith and Cynthia Lynette Smith.
Descendant
Wow.
of
Descendant of the one and true high. If we check his lineage, you might get a little Jesus in there.
We just got Ancestry.com up
Yeah.
in here. What's going on?
But
Did they swab you while you weren't looking?
I just wanted to come in here and clear the oldest singer. I'm the youngest one here.
no,
He said
we're
in
talking
the
about
group,
as in like in the group.
Like,
Okay, I just wanted
belonging
to
to
Longest
the
time.
belonging to the.
young.
And don't be
Okay.
exposing people here that
young.
talking about you, the youngest person in
I'm
the
young
world.
too.
That's okay. Yeah.
Lacey the
own
old
your
one.
age.
Lacey
Own
the
your
old
age.
one.
I'm the pretty one too, so.
Lacey.
I'm going to give her the prettiest one of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But she pushing about 50.
All lies, clearly.
Wow.
You know what?
She
Don't
freshened up
listen
before
to
she got
him,
Black
here.
don't
guys.
crack.
So don't.
That sounds
know.
like haterism to me.
It
and
is.
don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Now,
Yeah.
I need you guys to know
Just kidding. Just kidding.
I'm over
this is
50.
how rehearsals go.
Oh, yeah.
And then they'll like stop right when the music starts and then just start killing. And I'm
Very
like,
pro thing, man.
I'm like, you know what?
How we get down.
If you guys have to talk about each other and then wait for the music to start for you guys to kill, okay,
wait,
Maybe
really,
that's
that's
your
what
method.
it takes,
Yeah.
right?
Do it.
Sometimes.
Yep.
But it's definitely a sibling type deal with
For
with the
sure.
singers.
Kendrick, why don't you tell us a little, give us a little scoop on who you are, man.
Well,
we were just going to bust this up,
like
but
you
give
said,
us a
he
quick
pretty
one.
much gave me biography.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Yeah,
You live
Just
local?
part of the Smitty
Where you
Pit.
at?
Just the first part.
From here, born and raised,
St. Paul?
Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yes.
Shout out to
Minneapolis kid.
South.
South Side.
Yes.
Oh, how'd you know?
I don't know. I just could read it in you, man.
Actually, technically, South Side and North Side. Mom was North Side, Dad was South
All
Side.
right.
Came together.
Okay. So, all right. Combo.
Olsen Highway. Yeah.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, so been singing for a minute, actually all my life, and stepping out with my cousin's band. We're pretty pretty dope together. It's like a family.
It
Actually.
is pretty dope. We were just talking
Yeah.
about that. I came out and caught you guys on at Lee's.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Wow. You guys, no, it was a great show. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Thanks for having us, by the way.
Good
Yeah.
music gets appreciated all the way around.
See, I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you ready to do this thing?
Yeah, let's hit it.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
ready.
All right.
I decided.
I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, as long as you guys don't get into it, because you guys got
we
microphones
love,
pretty
we love
close to each other.
And you know what? It's funny because people kind of always think that we have like some type of
The love is
rift
obvious.
between us or something. But
We
no,
really
we really
don't.
no, we
No,
like
they're
zero. Like we love.
Okay. Now we can just talk about the demographic.
Oh my goodness.
Now TC, like I said,
I'm
he's-
basically I'm like
The problem
everybody's brother that they never had because I grew up an only child. So this is all pent up older and younger brother.
That
in me.
explains a lot.
Both of them. You got both pent up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let me clarify. I was the only child until I was 19. Then my mom started over, so I'm 31 with an 11-year-old brother.
Right.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I'm everybody's
There's a connection there, but
big
it's-
and
yeah.
little brother. Yeah.
Like, I didn't know that.
We started doing interviews and I learned things.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I didn't know.
TC is definitely Mr. Shots Fired.
Yeah. I'm shy though.
Oh,
Definitely.
I'm shy
Both.
though. I'm
Both.
very, very introverted.
Both.
What are you talking
Until
about?
you know
Yeah,
you.
okay.
Yeah.
If you know you, it's definitely shots fired all day long.
The
But if you
Gemini,
don't, if
the
you don't know
Gemini is
him,
real over here.
very
Get up
quiet,
in your microphone
reserved.
there.
Roasting.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
there you go.
Hear
There we go.
yourself. Hear yourself, my son. Hear yourself.
But and then Kendrick, like I said, is a one hitter quitter. Kendrick won't say anything until it's time to like really say something that'll hurt your feelings. And then Kendrick will say the one thing and everybody's like, oh.
Gotta get him in the
Thought he was
jugular.
nice.
One and done.
Lacey,
Oh, I'm waiting for this.
Lacey,
I'm waiting for this
I've just been
description.
slowly hurting
No
your
messing
feelings.
around.
Lacey
all
is
night.
our Rocky because she takes the most blows to the face.
But then,
But she turns out and she'll win in the end.
finish him.
She'll say something. She'll say something where everybody's like,
Precisely.
How
"Oh."
does she take these blows to the face?
Why
See,
did I know that? You know
Yeah,
what?
see, that's
No.
TC for you right there.
Right.
He said it. I just expanded on it.
At the end of the day, she's like, Adrian, we did it.
The simple demonstration of shots fired has just been administered clearly.
But
Thank you very much.
we,
I'll rocky you later.
oh, whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
I'm married. I don't know what you're talking about.
And I knew that was coming.
Like I said, all the guys, she said, I'll rock you later. We all, clutch the pearls. All right. Okay.
See, look, no good can come from this.
Ever.
We're wholesome. Though.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm just laughing.
We're
Because
wholesome people.
That was his initial description
I'm
of the
the
group.
wholesome.
We're wholesome people.
Individually.
I'm just talking about.
Kendrick is wholesome
the
until it's
wholesome
time
one.
not to be.
I'm the nicest person you'll ever meet.
What is that supposed to
You'll
mean?
never
until
meet.
it's time.
I'm always
Did you say you'll
curious.
never meet?
No, I said the nicest. What did I say that?
That was accurate. That was accurate.
All right. So we got to get this rolling
Oh,
so
yeah.
we can hear these
Oh
guys.
yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Yes.
It's been a pleasure. Honestly, we should have plotted 3 hours to sit here and talk. 'Cause that probably would have been a little more
Literally, I
fitting.
rehearsed it.
Man.
And, you know,
Right.
then everybody would have made it on time.
Yikes.
Wait, look, he's the other shots
some ice
fired.
for me.
Pow.
I was not ready.
Mike B, the new member of Smitty Pit, has come in as
Pow, pow.
shots fired number 2.
Exactly.
Luke, I'm pretty sure Luke asked us 15 times. So when is everybody else gonna be there?
Right? Luke's a stage manager, and it's his job to herd these
I
cats.
called him the
Yeah.
Mater
So-
D.
Oh, that's a better name.
See?
You know,
he-
stage manager sounds.
And he told me I upgraded his title. I was
professional.
wondering why.
Oh, there you go, Maitre D.
Now I know.
All right, so we're gonna stop it here. We're gonna
Let's
get our
go.
stuff together. We're gonna do a quick sound check, and then
Thank you for having us,
and
man.
we are
Yes,
sir.
we really
Thank you.
appreciate it.
the
Thank you.
pit.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
All right.
Peace.
That was
Excellent.
fun.
That was fun.
That was fun. I'm always winging it. People are like, "Oh, you got questions lined up?" I'm like, "No." Well, do you know what you're gonna ask me?
Just talk to me. Just no. Speaking of Tom, Tom will be here at 9:15. What?
Thank you.
Smitty Pit. Let's hit him. Let's
It felt good.
Felt great.
Yeah. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Right, team?
Sure.
Are we not looking at the camera? Are we breaking the fourth wall?
Who put this band together?
Between songs. I mean, like during the song. Well, I'm like kind of dancing around. Right.
Get up!
Like everyone.
Get up!
Y'all ready? Y'all ready to vibrate? I'm gonna get off my phone, I swear.
Hey! I'ma put it on vibrate.
My attention is all on you.
I'ma put it on silent.
And girl, you already got my view.
I'ma turn my phone off.
'Cause you're the one that I adore.
I'ma put it on vibrate.
'Cause you know what I'm here for. Sometimes I get caught up in material things. Got me acting so strangely. The rag got me off my focus, and the only focus that counts is you. I off Twitter and the gram. Facebook don't know where I am. I hit my bros today, said I'm hanging with my baby. Ooh, my attention is all on you.
I'ma put it on silent.
And girl, you already got my view.
I'ma turn my phone off.
'Cause you're the one that I adore.
I'ma put it on vibrate.
Ooh, 'cause you know what I'm here for. I be too social with my media and not too vocal with me and ya. I need you to know you where I grow. Shame on me for not telling you. You held me up when I was down. You gave me love before the crowds. Now with the silence, I sit in the quiet. No need to riot. Enough with the fussing and fighting. Let's get with the loving and liking. Kisses and hugs, cuddles and fun. Come on, baby, give me some. And with the phones back on, there's no ringtone, no song. No need to hesitate, 'cause I put my phone on vibrate. My attention is all on you.
I'ma put it on silent.
And girl, you already got my view.
I'ma turn my phone off.
'Cause you're the one that I adore.
I'ma put it on vibrate.
Ooh, 'cause you know what I'm here
I'ma put it on
for.
vibrate.
My attention's all on you.
I'ma put it on silent.
And girl, you already got my view.
I'ma turn my phone off.
'Cause you're the one that I adore.
Put it on vibrate.
Ooh, 'cause you know what I'm here for.
I'ma put it on silent. I'ma put it on vibrate.
Ooh,
Vibrate.
hey,
Vibrate.
'cause you already got my view.
Vibrate. Vibrate. Vibrate.
Yeah, yeah.
Vibrate. 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 Vibrate.
If I can get out of my head every time we sing that song, I'll be good.
That sounded awesome.
Man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Like seriously, man.
Thank you.
Sometimes you gotta just put your phone on vibrate.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
During the interview, you gotta also remember to put your iPad on vibrate.
Right?
Even when Lacey's calling you like 5 times and say, "Let me in."
I think that's what it sounded like. That's what it sounded. To me, it did at least. I don't know. I think it's something wrong with your levels in your headphones.
It's definitely something wrong.
Are we muted from everybody else?
Well, no, just nobody thinks you're funny. That's all.
You know what? There's a redemption for everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Every woman is just like heaven. You know? Every woman? Every woman.
All of them.
All of them.
Even when they bad.
You can be.
Even if they're not women all the way, because my daughter is just like heaven too. And this is actually who inspired this song.
Amen.
Actually, thank you, Jimmy. If you really think about how this goes, this is a reverse of Change the World. If I could change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That I was playing around with that, and I came up with the ba-do-do-do, ba-da. And I was like, I don't know how I got that from that, but it somehow just made sense.
Inspiration.
Yeah. Like Ben said, I like to remix everything.
Everything.
and from that came this song. You know, I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. Miss Utopia, aka Tope,
Hey, Toe.
led that first song. And then we had Brother TC, and now we're gonna have Brother Kendrick.
Hey,
Hallelujah.
I don't know why I'm saying brother.
brother A.
Yeah, we in the churchy pit today.
Deacon K. Frats.
Not Deacon.
I'm gonna start that over because I'm gonna give
I
you a
was
little
like,
more
what
signal.
happened? We're family now. We're sweating together. Kendrick said, stop messing up my song.
No, that's okay. We all make mistakes. Don't do it again. I'm just kidding. The way you look with that smirk on your face, to the way you keep me calm when I'm so filled with rage, to the way you love me.
No simple way to explain.
You're just like heaven.
You're just like heaven.
Just like
Your softest touch is
just as sweet, yeah.
precious power, sweet as
Oh,
honey. You're just like heaven.
I've been hurt before, and you healed me. When I'm trying to stay real mad, you just kiss me on my cheek. I'm twice as big as you. You knock me off my feet. What more can I say?
You're just like heaven.
Just like
Your softest touch is
just as sweet, yeah.
precious power, sweet as honey.
Heaven, yeah, yeah.
You're just like heaven.
With the love that's so pure,
I see heaven in you.
every heartache you cured.
I see heaven in you.
Every heartache you cured.
I see
Oh yeah.
heaven in you.
In your arms, I'm so sure. With the love that's so pure, every heartache you cured. In your arms, I'm secure. Yes, I am. In your eyes, I'm so sure. You're just like heaven. You're like heaven. You're like heaven. You're like heaven. Heaven.
I just got a different interpretation of that. Somebody's gonna be going through hell during that certain situation, and they're just gonna need to find some peace. And all they're going to hear is y'all's voice saying heaven to me. Say heaven. Sorry. But I felt that, I started to feel that within myself. Like, yeah, we can't say how people are going to interpret it. But, you know, find your heaven in wherever you can.
Right.
Right.
Like I said, my daughter inspired this because I believe that's exactly where she came from.
Amen.
Praise God.
Somebody said, praise God.
You know what? It was me. You know who it was. Yeah, you tried it. I took it back, though.
Well, on a more adult tip, a female can say, I can be everything. Everything. I'm 2 seconds from titling this album, Everything. Oh, that was smart. I should have asked for some water before we started. Give it up for Lacey Dreams. Woo! That was whack.
Hey.
It's like, woo.
I was like, yay.
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 Yay. It's like, I know you personally, so I don't got to give you love like that until you make it.
Until you make it.
Did you? Never mind.
Dang.
Yep. Yeah, I said it.
No, I was going to say, did you see what my shirt said today?
Wake me
I
up.
totally caught it. Like, you walked in and I was like, oh, yeah.
Tell the radio what it says.
It says, wake me up when I'm famous.
Boom. Yeah.
Wait. We got to keep it all original. But no, what's really funny is I could wake you up when you're famous is just what you famous for.
I'm going to be. That's what I'm famous for.
You ready, Lacey? Yeah, she's ready.
Put your mind in a daze. There's more to me, honey. It meets the eye. I'm a transformer, baby. I can change your life. I'm the perfect woman. I'm your every woman for sure. Video vixen. You didn't see my love. You're the real woman, and I do it all with these. I can be, I can be, I can be. I'm your every woman for sure. The video vixen. Didn't see my love. You're a real woman, and I do it all with these. I can be, I can be, I can be, yeah. I can be yours. Woman for sure. Video vixen. Didn't see my love. You're a real woman. Oh, with me. I can be, I can be, I can be. Woman. I'm your every woman for sure. Video vixen. Didn't see my love. You're a real woman, and I do it all with these. I can be, I can be, I can be, I can be, I can be.
Ben
Can
plays.
Ben hear us?
Yeah.
Ben.
Ben be getting folks pregnant.
You and that fucking beard, Ben. Oh my gosh.
That was crazy.
Man. Ben. Michael Jackson was singing.
I like to play.
That was incredible. That was really great.
Right. Yeah.
They're like, huh?
No.
Sometimes we rewrite these songs as we're playing them, so it's kind of like.
You want a sweaty hug?
Yo, this next one is something like. Now,
Something like what?
see, that's kind of hard to explain. This is for all the guys who don't have any game, who don't have the gift of gab, who really want to just tell the person that they feel, how they feel, when they feel, what they feel. But when you can't describe it, you have to say something like. And that's what this song came from.
I don't think I have any more voice.
No recall us.
You need some.
Calling is done. It's not the recall, it's the voice. It's gone.
As in, like, you can't do the part next, or?
I think I can squeeze it out. I'm just saying I don't want to.
Oh, you're going to squeeze it out.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you never get famous.
That's probably wrong.
Yay.
Shut up. Yes, you are.
Not singing like that, I ain't.
Have you heard some of these people nowadays?
Have you heard what I do sound like on it? They can give me a run for my money. You sound like trash. Y'all sound amazing.
You sound beautiful. Don't be that.
Thank
Don't
you.
be
The
doing
band
that.
sounds great. That should be an instrumental. I vote.
You sound abundant.
Y'all stop lying to me. Like, I know what I sound like. So let's just something like. Try to get that out. Because it's, yeah.
All right.
Everybody. Did everybody do vocal warm-ups before they got here?
Sure did.
Oh, bless the Lord. See,
No.
Lacey, I almost snitched on you, but that's your testimony to tell about what you used to do. But when you said that sure did, that hit your old profession.
Sure did.
Yeah, no, see, don't try and change it now. She said sure did. No, it should go down. I was like, she said sure did. I was like, sure, abundantly, something like. Oh, while we're getting the recall out, I'm gonna tell the story about how Kendrick actually secured making this a one-person song versus making it a two-person song. So at first, Kendrick only had the first verse, and we had never really heard Kendrick sing the second verse. And then we had a rehearsal, and Kendrick sang the second verse like just to the singers, and we were like, "Oh, whoa, okay." Well, if said singer who hasn't shown up to rehearsal since,
You killed her self-esteem.
yeah, I think he like fired her out of the band involuntarily. She was like something like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna take a break from the band," and
Break from singing for life.
and she moved to Vegas.
I love you, by the way. Taking shots.
Well,
But
let's hear it.
Everybody who's here, we're just waiting on. You good? You good, Mama?
All right.
Let's knock this one out.
It's only been a couple days since I last seen your face. But it only took a minute to be great. You might say I'm crazy, and oh, you might be right, 'cause I think I found my last love at first sight. Oh yeah, it's something like mystery to me. Yeah.
Something like
a picture perfect fantasy.
something like
Something I can't explain.
something like
Love with no names.
something like
Like finding a pot of gold.
something like
Like finding warmth in the cold.
something like
Your very first kiss. Yeah, I used to trust my feelings. Yeah, I used to believe my eyes. But what they're telling me, yeah, just can't be right. They say you're an angel, yeah, barely in disguise. Your swag is killing me, but your love gives me life. It's something like a mystery to me.
something like
A picture perfect fantasy.
something like
Something I can't explain.
something like
Like love with no games.
something
Like finding a pot of gold.
something
Like finding warmth in the cold.
something like
Your very first kiss. Can somebody please help me? Somebody feel my pain. I can't seem to find the words. Said the words to explain. Can you help me? Help me, please. Can you help me? Tell me, please.
something like
No.
something like something like something like something like something like
Like finding a pot of gold.
something like
Like finding warmth in the cold.
something like
Your very first kiss. Something like, yeah, yeah.
Mike, I think that's all we got for you. Huh?
It goes something like that, huh?
Just let me mess you up, Lacey.
Dude, that fucking rocked. Yeah, man.
Thank you, bro.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
No, we appreciate it. Well, that's a wrap, I guess, huh?
Yes, sir. We are
All
the
right.
Smitty Pit.
The Smitty Pit.
Yes, thank you
Check
so
the
much
links
for having
below.
us.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming.
We fucked up.
There was one more chorus, and then we do the memes. But
It's all Lacey's
y'all
fault.
just sang me like 800 times.
We did.
We did.
Don't roll your eyes.
1, 2, 3, give me that your.
You're just like heaven.
Yeah.
You're just like heaven.
Yo, don't cut that heaven so quick.
You're just like heaven.
Heaven.
Heaven to me. You're just like heaven.
Yeah, keep going.
You're just like heaven.
You're like, yeah.
You're just like heaven.
You're like, yeah, yeah.
Heaven to me.
Keep going.
You're just like heaven.
You're heaven, yeah.
You're just like heaven.
Everybody
You're
says, I want
like,
to die and go to heaven.
like, yeah.
You're just like heaven.
Heaven,
God left little pieces of heaven.
yeah, yeah.
Heaven to me.
Just for us. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
You're just like heaven.
You're
Yeah.
like,
You're just like heaven.
Sometimes it's a child
you're
smile.
like, yeah.
Heaven to me. You're just like heaven.
Sometimes it's that brother, that sister, that wife, that husband,
You're just like heaven.
that favorite cousin.
You're just like heaven.
Sometimes it's mama's sweet potato pie. What is it like?
Heaven to me.
Sometimes that macaroni and cheese. Yeah, sometimes it's those greens.
You're just like heaven.
Sometimes it's the bed after a long day.
You're just like heaven.
That shower and sleep. One more time, hit it up.
Heaven to me. You're just like heaven.
You're like,
I just got a different interpretation of that. Somebody's going to be going through hell during that certain situation, and they're just going to need to find some peace. And all they're going to hear is y'all's voice saying heaven to me. Say heaven.
Heaven to me.
Sorry. But I felt that. I started to feel that within myself. Like, yeah. We can't say how people are going to interpret it. But, find your heaven in wherever you can.
Right.
Right.